and you turn the water on, and it creates that atmosphere of the rushing water and the wind and the breeze, and it kind of moves on the wall. You know, the part that isn't stuck.
Oh, whatever. This is.
Put the timer on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new video. Larry and I are here to film an updated Q&A, and you might also hear our little one. Liam is in the background doing lots of talking. He's very excited.
Watching his favorite TV show.
Yeah, so he is dancing along, so you might hear him in the background as well. So Larry and I are sitting down today to film a Q&A.
Q&A?
Q&A. Do you ever wish you could just quit being a YouTuber or influencer? I don't think so. I've never really had that thought. I'm very lucky and fortunate to do what I do.
And you're good at it.
Thank you, honey. And so are you. Thanks. And I don't want to ever take something like that for granted. There's definitely times though where I get in ruts where I feel like my motivation is gone, or I feel a little lost and I don't know what to say, I don't know what to film, and I just get lost in my head. But to quit, no, definitely not, because I do love what I do. I've always wanted to do this. And the fact that I followed that dream and it happened, and we were fortunate enough to have you guys view and watch and are actually interested in what we get up to.
She's been wanting to do this for so long that if she would have started when she first wanted to, she would have been one of the first YouTubers.
Yeah, I would have been. Part of me wishes I would have just done it. I was terrified. So that's just note to self, if you guys really want to do something, definitely just go for it.
I read the comments. I'm going to jump in here.
Okay, jump in while I'm looking for a question.
I read the comments on the videos, and several people have asked. I'm not going to say, oh, a lot of people have asked. No, several people have asked, well, what's up with Larry's channel? My channel is in hiatus, so to speak, because somebody hacked my channel. And YouTube hasn't... We've tried several times with YouTube to try and get things straightened out to where I could start doing things again.
This next question is, do you fart near Larry? I still scoot away, and we have been together for 17 years. You are a lady. She might not be such a lady.
Alright, here's a question. You're in bed. You have an SBD, also known as a silent but deadly. Do you take the covers, start laughing hysterically, and go, oh, can you smell it?
Did you realize your brother spilled Liam's name on your dad's video of your baby shower that your dad posted on his channel? Oh, yes. Do you remember that?
Yep.
See, yes, that was a thing. And we wanted to hold the name until Liam was born. Number one, like, that is the name that we were going with. 100% we were. But then there's always that, well, what if you see him when he's born and that doesn't look like him, and we wanted to change the name. But we were pretty certain it was going to be Liam. And this is when my dad was just starting to, like, edit his own videos, do his own thing, and my dad uploaded my brother saying the name. There was a lot of people talking, there was a lot going on, so I understand how it could get missed. And there were some people that were really nice about it in the comments about the name and trying to keep it hush-hush, and then there were other people that were like purposely trying to misspell Liam, because then I had to put his name... Yeah. I had to put his name in my blocked words on YouTube and Dad's blocked words on YouTube. Like, there is a way that you can block certain words out. So that was one of the words. So that was getting stopped. But then what people were doing was spelling his name with like exclamation points as the I and like different symbols to still like get it out. And people were like spreading it everywhere. So I very promptly deleted the video that my dad had uploaded, and then I had to cry. And then I'm like, it is what it is. And I wasn't mad at my dad. I wasn't mad at my brother, because I understand how it could happen, and nobody meant to do it. It wasn't purposeful. But yeah, it did get leaked. So if you're wondering if that did happen, yes, it was an accident and it did happen.
But once we finally did get to see him, we knew it was Liam.
Yeah. What is it like being a parent and videoing what to keep private? That's a good question. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not difficult.
No.
It's like, what do you do out in the yard that you don't want your neighbors to see? You just...
Yeah.
Don't do it out in the yard.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's just certain things that I know I wouldn't want somebody to see, or like there's certain parts of his childhood that he needs to explore on his own and have fun and stumble and fall. And then there's parts where it's like, it's just everyday life. It's casual. It's fine. Like me picking him up and showing him to you guys and him doing little babbles and talks and little milestones here and there, but more personal, you know, bath time. You know, obviously we keep that stuff private. Yeah, you just, like Larry said, that is perfect to put it. Like, I don't need to repeat it. You guys already know, but that was perfectly said.
Well, a couple of videos ago, we talked about Liam doing some swimming lessons because we think in Florida here it's kind of important. There's a lot of pools. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
beach.
Yes.
Lakes.
So I think it would be a good thing for him to get a head start on number one, trying to figure out what they need to do in case they fall in to survive the fall-ins, because I've seen the other side of that and it's not pleasant. So that's our number one safety concern. And we're not putting him in the pool so that he can learn how to be a competitive swimmer or how to dive or anything like that. So one of the questions was, what happens a year from now if he doesn't want to swim anymore? Okay, he doesn't have to swim.
Yeah.
But if he knows enough knowledge to where if he's in the
life.
water to save himself, then that's what we're going for.
Yes.
And when he's around other kids his age that have taken lessons and know how to swim, he's not the oddball out.
Are there any differences in yours and Larry's parenting styles since having Liam?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. There's things that I see online with new parenting styles and stuff like that where I'll bring it up to Larry and we'll discuss them, and or older parenting styles where we discuss and talk and how we feel about a certain thing. I think that is the best way to handle different parenting styles too, is just to talk about it. What are your thoughts on this, or what are your thoughts on that? Of course, right now it's very easy to parent Liam because he's not back talking. He's not, you know, falling to the floor, you know, with a temper tantrum. He's not hitting. He's not doing these things yet that eventually will happen and we'll have to parent, and that's when parenting styles will come out. But yeah, I just think discussing those parenting styles is a good idea, but so far, Larry and I are on the same page with everything.
Yeah. Not on the same page with all these so-called experts. Oh, you can't tell your child that he or she is having a good day and they're being a good boy or a good girl. You can't say that. Now, if he's having a good day and he's been a good boy, I'm going to tell him.
Yeah, there's been several times where I have said, oh, you're doing such a good job, you're such a good boy, and there are some experts that say that that's a bad thing to do. Yeah. So it's I just feel like we're living in a very intense what to do, what not to do, fine microscope with everything when it comes to parenting, and it can be challenging to say the least, but I don't know. I think we're doing a great job. That's what's important, is
time will tell.
Yeah, that's true. What are your biggest insecurities? My biggest insecurities, I think, is probably not feeling like you're doing a good enough job. Like, you could be doing better. You could be better.
Yeah.
Even though you're doing such a great job, it's like this competitive nature in your soul where it's like you're not doing enough. You're not doing good enough. Even though we're raising our child, you know, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm answering emails, I'm sending out invoices, I'm doing the things, but then in my head I'm like, I'm not doing good enough. I could be doing better. I think that that's quite an insecurity that I have. And then
I can go along with that.
Yeah.
I only read him one book yesterday. Maybe I should have read him two.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's my biggest insecurity, and that just goes with everything, like parenting, work side. I think that's it. How do you make friends as an adult? ... LOL. I feel that. I don't know. How do you make friends as an adult? I guess maybe we'll make friends when Liam's in like swimming class and when Liam's in like extracurricular activities. I feel like that's how my mom and dad made friends. Their friends when I was a child and then up into my teen years was friends that we met through sports. So kids that I played with, and then the parents all became really good friends, and then they would party together and it was a thing. But
Well, we did pretty good moving to Florida.
Did we? Did we
I
have?
mean, we moved out of state as
Yeah.
adults,
Yeah.
and we have a core group here that
Yeah.
we're friends
We
with.
have wonderful neighbors that we are friends with, but we don't like sit around and play games or, you know, have get-togethers and pizza and, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like our core friends are either they're in Ohio or PA or Georgia,
But we're
like movie dates or
Yeah,
going
we
out to dinner with
don't.
couples.
But and correct me if I'm wrong, but is there a whole lot of adults that have movie dates or pizza time, or I mean that's once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while, but still, it's once in a while.
I mean they have their work schedules and their lives.
Yeah,
and,
life is busy, especially
Yeah.
when you add kids in there. It's crazy. I get that. I would just say extracurricular stuff, like if you have kids. But if you don't have kids, I don't know how. Like, go outside and say hi to people in your neighborhood. Hi, and go on a walk, or maybe you'll meet. I don't know.
I think it's the same as it is when you're younger. You join a bowling league and you meet a whole bowling alley full of people on a weekly basis, or you go to I don't know whatever else you do.
Yeah.
And your kids are like a magnet because you take your son or your daughter to a place for whatever activity, and you're there for an hour or two while they're doing whatever it is they're doing. You're there with their parents if they choose to stay, and you get to meet them that way.
This next one is an assumption, and it is you would have preferred a girl. So before getting pregnant, before IVF, I always wanted a girl. I always saw myself as a girl mom, and then we got pregnant with Liam. And I could not imagine not having Liam. I would not have preferred to have a girl now that you have your son. Like, he's just the cutest little angel baby, and I couldn't imagine it any other way. Okay, this is an assumption for Larry. You are nervous about the possibility of having 2 small kids.
No,
No?
no.
There you go.
This
Well-
was all thought out way in advance, so it's not something like it's just happening and I'm going, huh, how did that happen?
Has Bruce, Larry's son, met Liam yet?
They have not met, and we're working on getting Bruce to come down. He comes down once or twice a year.
It's usually once a year in the
Once
spring.
a year in the spring.
Or summer. Or fall. It's whenever, actually.
Yeah. But again, he's got his schedule and we've got ours, and we have to get a week or so that he can come down and meet little Liam.
Well, we're pretty open.
Yeah. So it's just whenever Bruce is able to do that, the door is open to him.
Yes. I assume Larry wants the next baby to be a girl because he already has 2 sons.
If it works out to be a girl, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Tips on flirting.
30 and flirty.
30, flirty, and thriving. Guys, I don't know. I haven't had to flirt in a very long time. I flirt with you.
I was gonna say she flirts with me once in a while.
You know what the problem is, though, is I'm such a natural, outgoing, talkative person that when I'm not flirting, I'm flirting. Not that you've accused me of that, but I know that I have been accused of that in the past.
I wonder if I could be accused of the same thing, because when we go to like a store
Yeah, the grocery store, you do it all the time.
and the cashier is just like in a zone being a cashier, or it looks like she may be having a bad day, I'll just keep trying to talk to her.
But Larry just trying to strike a
Just
conversation.
to try and get her to talk. And a lot of times, from when we first walk up to the cashier to when we're leaving, it's a night and day difference.
Yes.
There was no eye contact. There was, and then when we leave, it's like, okay, bye. You have a good day, guys.
Yeah.
And just so that's if I see somebody that looks like they're down or having a bad day or something, and it happens to be a female, I'll be a lot more talkative too.
Yeah, you're good with the ladies because you do that with the neighbors too. Larry's very talkative with the neighbors. Not in a way that I'm like, ooh, you know, there's no
Cringe.
worry or cringe or like inappropriate or anything. It's just we're both very naturally talkative people. But tips on flirting, like if you're a talkative person, you're good to go. If you're not, I don't know. I don't know. Just try to engage in a conversation. Or that's me anyways, though. I'll just start laughing and giggling off about something. This is cringe, what I just did. Anyways, I don't really know, because I haven't had to flirt. I just flirt with Larry. I like to tell jokes, and then nobody laughs at my jokes, and then I say, oh great, nobody laughs at my jokes, and then people laugh because I'm all upset that nobody laughs at my jokes.
That was a good one, Ming.
Thanks. Anyway, this next question is, why don't you do Instagram Lives anymore?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Well,
I have a couple answers for that, though.
I have one too.
Okay, what's your answer?
It's been freezing in Florida lately.
You can do an Instagram Live inside.
Yeah, but we were used to going out and sitting by the pool and doing it out there and seeing our buffalo in the tree and...
Yeah. When we were doing Instagram Lives really heavily, it was COVID, like the beginning of COVID, and we were just doing it to kind of talk to you guys and keep everybody's spirits up, and we were just connecting that way since, you know, everything was definitely bizarre. And then I would do them here and there, and I remember quite a few of them getting bombarded by nasty comments, and that's not the only reason why I'm like not doing them, but that is one of the factors. It's like I'm not, I don't want to see it, I'm not prepared, like, and I shouldn't have to prepare myself for that, but yeah, they were nasty, and I don't want to have you guys be exposed to that crap either with that, and that's not fun. Like, we're all coming there to be lighthearted, have a good conversation, see what you guys are up to, and then it gets trolled to the point where you guys in the comments are like, you need to block this person, you need to block this person, and then all I'm seeing in the Instagram Live is battle, nasty things, and block, block, block. So then whatever I'm saying is gone anyways, and it turns into this, oh my gosh, what is being said and what is happening right now.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing comments, but when it's live and they're all going up, and when they don't get a reaction the first time they send it, they seem to think they have to send it 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah, there's been several ones where I've seen it and we just ignore and keep trying to roll on, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, which that's one of those sayings where, like, one bad one ruins it for the rest of us, and I don't want it to be that way, and I don't want something like that to stop us from doing Instagram Lives. I don't know. Maybe we'll hop on and do an Instagram Live very soon, but
when the weather's nice.
I'm kind of nervous to do an Instagram Live. I haven't done one in so long. I don't know. What do I say? Hi. Next one is, you don't read your DMs on Instagram.
That's true for me. I don't even know how to
He doesn't know how to get in there.
Yeah.
For me, I used to read them all the time. And then kind of like with the Instagram Lives, there were some nasty things. And when I was pregnant with Liam, I didn't want to read nasty things and have like that feeling run through me when I was pregnant. I didn't want that toxic energy. So I stopped like going into my DMs for a while. And I'll go back in, and now I do. I do occasionally go into my DMs and respond. So I do, but not as often as I used to, for sure. And I need to get better with that. Definitely. People assume that Larry is Liam's granddad. Has that happened yet?
Not yet.
It hasn't.
No.
You're such like a good dad. Like, Dad, you're with me with everything. With Liam's appointments, with... I think people just...
Unless I have to wait out in the car.
Yeah, well, that hasn't been anything with him yet. That was when we were trying to get pregnant with him, but... Ooh, biggest husband and wife pet peeve. We've answered this a long time ago. I wonder what it is now. I don't remember what it was then, but what is it now? My biggest pet peeve about Larry. Oh, I know it. I'm sorry.
What is it?
That's how frustrated you get over little things.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Yeah. She said that before.
Was that my answer years ago?
I think it was.
So we haven't improved.
Computer things or a cell phone. Yeah, it's a smartphone until it gets in my hand. And then
it is the end of the world.
Yeah. It's like, and I even said today, I wonder what it's like for people that go in and turn something on and it works. Every single day they turn it on, they get to use it. I turned it on. I got locked out of my own computer today for 5 minutes because I didn't know the password.
Well, you didn't ask me. You asked me what the password is, and I told you, and then you still couldn't get in. But that was the right password.
Well, it was one of several.
Don't forget about the bad word that you said, which we won't repeat, but...
It starts with a letter that's closer to the front of the alphabet.
Anyways, not...
I know.
What's the matter, Nugget? So what is your biggest pet peeve about me?
She's a dirty creature. Guys, the hair.
Don't you talk about the hair now. I'm losing my hair. Thank you, postpartum hair loss.
Yeah.
I guess not much has changed. I still cling it to the shower wall.
It's still on the wall. And you turn the water on and it creates that atmosphere of the rushing water and the wind and the breeze and it kind of moves on the wall, you know, the part that isn't stuck. Like, what is that?
Oh
It's kind
my
of
God.
pulse or something. I don't know where it came. I know what it is.
That's when I usually take it off the wall and turn on the water and
Yeah, it's like, the drain's not really working very good, and I go down and it's kind of moving and doing stuff, and you pull the it's
that made me cry. Oh, that was funny. I'm pretty sure if you go back, I'm pretty sure that was our same answers last time.
She does have a new one though.
No.
Put something in the microwave.
Oh, whatever. This is.
Put the timer on. With 2 seconds left on the timer, she opens the door and pulls whatever it is out. So when I go to use the microwave and I hit start, it won't go because that 2 seconds is still on there.
Now, to make this better, guys, I'll be in the living room with Liam and I'll hear Larry through the wall going
Beep, 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 to make sure I clear it out. How many times a day do you have to hear it? I swear the one day I was like 6 times in one day. 6!
But the funny thing is you only have to hit the clear button once to put it to 0, but Larry's proving a point, so he's got to smash his finger into the stinking button like 6
Beep, beep, beep,
times.
beep, 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 beep.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
But that's it.
I love you.
I love you too.
Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. Liam says hello and goodbye.
Yeah, good or bad comments, put them down below.
And we'll see you again very soon. Bye!
Bye!